And there's some breaking news coming in. Pakistan has banned Hafid Saeed's Jamaat-ud-Dawa ahead of the Paris summit. And that's the latest piece of breaking news. Pakistan banning Hafid Saeed's Jamaat-ud-Dawa ahead of the Paris summit. Keep in mind, Pakistan is awaiting global isolation at the Paris summit from USA, UK and Germany, while it's trying to garner some support from China and other countries and some Gulf countries. But now the latest breaking news is that days before the Paris summit, which is set to begin on the 21st of February, the opening plenary session being the 21st of February. And we have Amit joining us on the phone now with more. We have Anas Malik joining us on the phone now with more details. Anas, talk to us. Pakistan has banned Jamaat-ud-Dawa.
Well, the government of Pakistan has formally issued a notification and they have banned Hafid Saeed linked Jamaat-ud-Dawa and the Falahe-e-Insaniyat Foundation. The notification has been issued. Our sources confirm that the notification has been issued. In extension to that notification, it says that all the assets and bank accounts of Jamaat-ud-Dawa and Falahe-e-Insaniyat Foundation, both of these are organizations that are being run by Hafid Saeed and his affiliates, are to be frozen with immediate effect. Now, the notification has been issued and it has been endorsed by the Pakistani Federal Cabinet as well. So that is a very big development ahead of the...
Right, and this even as Pakistan is trying to garner support from the likes of China and some Gulf Council members at the Paris summit. That's because the US, UK and major global powers are looking at putting Pakistan on the terror financing watch list.
Indeed, it is a major and a very big move that is coming just ahead of the FATF meeting that is scheduled to begin from the 18th of February. And just ahead, Pakistan will be presenting a compliance report. Earlier today, we reported that the government of Pakistan is actively considering, and they've held at least 2 meetings by the Ministry of Interior officials. That they've held at least two meetings with the high security officials that they can potentially put Hafid Saeed under the house arrest as well. And right after that, now this development comes in that the government of Pakistan has officially banned the Falahe-e-Insaniyat Foundation and Jamaat-ud-Dawa. Both of these organizations have been linked with Hafid Saeed and they have been ran by Hafid Saeed. The Falahe-e-Insaniyat Foundation was an offspring and the Jamaat-ud-Dawa had maintained that it was a charity-based organization. However, their activities were pretty much on the watch list as well. They were put under the fourth schedule of the Pakistani Anti-Terror Act, and they were put under the watch list as well. Now, the government of Pakistan has just issued a notification which says that all of the assets and accounts of Jamaat-ud-Dawa and Falahe-e-Insaniyat Foundation, both they have to be frozen with immediate effect, and the government of Pakistan will take ownership of those actions.
Right, Anas, yes. This is an Interior Ministry notification and it's an official gazette banning Hafid Saeed's Jamaat-ud-Dawa and FIF. We have, Anas, stay with us. We have our associate editor Aditya Raj Kaul also joining us. Aditya, Pakistan is clearly worried about what's going to happen at the Financial Action Task Force Paris summit that's set to kick off on the 21st of February. It is facing global isolation and now comes this move. This is a move by the Interior Ministry of Pakistan. No action yet on the ground.
Absolutely. This is a gazette, official gazette that's been issued by the Ministry of Interior this morning in Pakistan. This is amidst US and India pressure, but down on ground, no action has been taken. I've spoken to top Indian government sources who say that this doesn't mean anything down on ground. Such notifications have been issued in the past also against Hafid Saeed, Jamaat-ud-Dawa, Lashkar-e-Toiba and Falahe-e-Insaniyat Foundation. But we have seen several videos and evidences of how they work, not just in the capital city of Islamabad, but across Pakistan. So the government of India completely rejecting this kind of move till there is a formal arrest of Hafid Saeed and all his organizations, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jamaat-ud-Dawa, Falahe-e-Insaniyat Foundation and Milli Muslim League. So top Indian government sources say that this isn't much, down on ground. Even as terror attacks on India continue, an official Ministry of Interior gazette has been issued which says that Falahe-e-Insaniyat Foundation and Jamaat-ud-Dawa are banned entities and all their assets will be frozen. Krishna, we need to remember that on Feb 18, there will be an important meeting at the Paris where the FATF, the Financial Action Task Force, will be meeting. US yesterday has presented a motion backed by UK, France and Germany, which clearly states that Pakistan needs to be put on that particular list and needs to be monitored completely. Now, Pakistan has faced a diplomatic debacle and has been isolated completely. And amidst, no options left, now a desperate Pakistan issuing a notification because it hasn't been able to convince the US and India that action on ground has been taken against terrorists and terror entities. This certainly doesn't mean anything, issuing a notification. These are artificial moves by the Pakistani state. On ground, the terrorists like Hafiz Saeed and Maulana Masood Azhar and terror groups like Haqqani Network, Taliban, and also Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Toiba are only increasing. Their assets are still at work and they are free as any other Pakistani would be.
All right, Aditya, clearly a face saver. We expected this. The Indian government would not be surprised. Just 2 days ahead of that Financial Action Task Force meeting in Paris, we have Pakistan taking action against the Falah-e-Insaniyat, Hafiz Saeed and other affiliate groups of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa. Will this really convince any of the countries? We have the US, France, UK, the European Union, all backing the proposal to put Pakistan on the grey list. Could this really change the minds of these countries? Because it's coming at the 11th hour.
Doesn't seem like that there will be any change in the mindset of US because there have been frequent warnings that have been issued from the very top, be it President Donald Trump, Vice President Mike Pence, or even the National Security Advisor in the US, McMaster, and several other senior Trump administration representatives and Secretary of State as well. So the question doesn't arise of a change in mindset. And also we need to remember that India and US have had strategic and back-channel dialogue on the same. There is counter-terror cooperation between these countries, and this time around also France, Germany and UK have backed US's motion at the Financial Action Task Force. This would result in several economic crises for Pakistan. Investment would decrease, and also several Western countries would think twice before investing in Pakistan and having some kind of a trade and economic cooperation. So massive diplomatic repercussions for Pakistan.
Also, Aditya, we're getting some breaking news right now. I hope we can put this on our screens as well. Government sources telling Republic TV that Pakistan is trying its best to stay out of the grey list. And Pakistan is worried that being added to the grey list could actually affect its credit rating. India will be pushing for Pakistan to be added to the terror financing watch list. India has actually shared this dossier with several countries in the backdrop of the meeting. And action being taken against Hafiz Saeed and affiliate groups is just a face shaver to show several countries in this 35-member group that Pakistan is serious. There was a meeting in November, and there Pakistan was told to take action against Hafiz Saeed and terror financing. And now, just 2 or 3 days ahead of that meeting, Pakistan is acting. We're likely to send an inter-ministerial delegation, Aditya. We will send members of the Finance Ministry, the Home Ministry and the Ministry of External Affairs to Paris to impress upon the FATF on all 35 countries that Pakistan must be sanctioned this time. They must be made to face consequences.
It's been high time now that Pakistan needs to be, not just pressure needs to be applied, but Pakistan needs to understand the pain of suffering terrorism for a very long time, because Pakistan has been sponsoring terror not just against India, not just against in the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir, but also in Afghanistan. Look at the horrific acts of terror and the bomb blasts and the suicide attacks that have happened in Kabul and several other cities of Afghanistan, including Jalalabad. We have seen such terror recently in India as well, with the attack on the Jammu Sujau army camp, where 7 people were mercilessly killed and 10 others were injured. So yes, India has been in touch with the FATF also. There has been evidence that's been shared, including that of the Falah-e-Insaniyat Foundation, the biggest terror charity of Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jamaat-ud-Dawa, apart from other terror groups like the Jaish-e-Mohammed, who have been collecting a lot of funds without any kind of a rule of law being applied, without any action by the Ministry of Interior in Pakistan. A notification now has been issued. We are breaking this first on Republic TV by the Ministry of Interior, according to the Gazette of Pakistan. But the question is, what apart from the notification? Will the Pakistan Army, the ISI and the deep state really allow the Pakistan government and the Ministry of Interior to take action against their own assets? Doesn't seem like. Hafiz Saeed has been an asset for Pakistan government for a very long time, a so-called non-state actor who has acted on the same page with the Pakistan Army, unleashing a proxy war against India in Jammu and Kashmir. And his threat speeches, his radicalization has been, as a result, led to bloodshed in the Kashmir Valley as well. So yes, notification under US and India pressure has been issued, but down on ground, no action right now has been taken. We've been told that assets would be frozen of the Falah-e-Insaniyat Foundation and Jamaat-ud-Dawa, but clearly no, evidence has been shared yet with US or India of any action down on ground against Falah-e-Insaniyat Foundation, Jamaat-ud-Dawa. And news that I'm receiving is that Pakistan government is contemplating re-arrest of Hafiz Saeed, but no decision has been taken. Perhaps the Pakistan government doesn't have the courage right now to arrest Hafiz Saeed, who is roaming free under security and, in fact, brandishing AK-47 and Kalashnikovs across the streets of Pakistan.
All right, Aditya, stay with us. Let's also go across to Snehesh, Alex, Philip for the very latest. Snehesh, we expected this. Through this morning, we have been talking how Pakistan could now act against Hafiz Saeed, and they're doing just that. They're banning Falah-e-Insaniyat. They could take action against Hafiz Saeed also tomorrow. India is not surprised. At the FATF, how will things work? Does the FATF work along with consensus? Do all the countries have to agree? Or if there is a majority of countries who believe that Pakistan must be sanctioned, will the FATF then go ahead?
Well, it would be a majority-driven drive that will happen at the FATF. Remember, we have been reporting right from the very beginning, since morning itself, that Pakistan is going to come out with some stunts. It is going to come out with the possible arrest of Hafiz Saeed. Remember that he has been under arrest for the last 10 months to earlier. And during this arrest, he went on live TV. He kept giving interviews. He met all the people that he wanted to do. His brother-in-law was taking control of the JuD. Now, Pakistan is going to do the same. What Pakistan is doing is nothing but a sham arrest. Remember, I mentioned this point earlier also. The 2611 mastermind was arrested by Pakistan and put inside a jail. While in jail, he fathered a child. So you can see.
Stay with us.
Yeah.
Air Marshal Abid Rao joining us on the phone from Pakistan. Air Marshal Abid Rao, this is what's going to happen. Pakistan is just trying a face saver over here. They banned the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, the Falah-e-Insaniyat Foundation. These are foundations that were actually called as NGOs, as social organizations by Abdul Basit, the former Pak envoy to India. Clearly, Pakistan is rattled, and now they're indulging in face-saving measures just to make sure they don't get sanctioned at the FATF.